one of the challenges we have in our work is that the easiest area of work oftentimes for people to believe in and understand is early childhood, because everyone can imagine little kids needing to learn how to read. Some of the other issues that we all deal with can be much more remote. You know, even in the case of flood experience, I don't know how many of you have had this, but you know, it's possible. I have neighbors, because we live on the west side, who really never ever drove through or experienced the flood unless they chose to sort of tour it, right? The same thing is true about the issues that we all work on, is that it is possible to be very insulated from those issues and never even tour them. You're the tour. And also emotions, so connecting with people, connecting with the heart of people, because that is what begins to connect them with feeling like this is something they need to do, something they need to make different. So how can you do that? We appreciate everything you do. We appreciate the time you take. We know this is a lot of time to go out and speak to groups, but it makes such a difference. It makes the work real for people, and we really appreciate that. And if there's something we can do to support you, you know, please don't hesitate to give us a call. If you use the CEO magazine, one of the things it has in here, and some of our other materials will have it as well, is some additional information about the goal areas in each of the 5 focus areas. So if you want to use any of that material, don't hesitate. A little bit of information about 211 and the volunteer strategy, all of those things are in here. So have at it. And like I said, if there's data or something that you'd like us to help you find or format or whatever, just give us a holler.
Thank you, Leslie. Thank you all very, very much for being here. I consider this time of year critical to United Way's success, because the message that you're able to share is something that gets through to people in a completely different way than what we can share. You know, like, oh, that's a United Way person. Yeah, they're out telling the story to try to get me to give money. But the message that you share is one that you live every day and that people can experience in a different way than we can tell. So thank you very much. We really can't do a lot of the work we do without the time you're going to spend over the next few months. Who knows what the United Way slogan or brand is? Does anybody know what? Live United. When you're speaking, it doesn't hurt to give out prizes. That makes people like you a little bit more. It's not a big, huge gift card or anything. But, and, pardon me? Oh, I'm sorry. And the other thing I wanted to ask about is when you've gone out and spoken, and I'm sorry for the people who haven't had a chance to speak yet, but you've gone out and spoken, what's the smallest group that anybody can remember speaking in front of?
2. 4.
2? Who said 2?
Me.
2.
We just sat down and had a conversation.
I just, I want to sort of, and thank you very much for both of you, prize winners right up front. That makes it easy on me. But what I wanted to share is that, whether it's 2 people or 20 or 40 people, that message you share can make an impact on that person and everybody they come into contact with. When I used to work at the Gazette for about 100 years, and we always would have meetings where you'd come and hear the message, and then you'd be responsible for going out and sharing it with other people. So even if you have a small group or just a few people, please do what you can to help sell the message and share that message as if it was a room full of people, because those people that are going to be out sharing it with their fellow employees and other people that they come into contact with. So even though sometimes it's a third shift and it's 6 people and they're cranky because they don't want to be there anyway, we appreciate the fact that you're willing to tell your story and share it in a way that will make it real for them. So I want to talk just a little bit about a couple marketing things. I'm going to show you our campaign video. The information that you have here, again, is really just something. We're not expecting you to be experts on United Way. We don't want to have you have to answer. Someone says, well, what does United Way do with? Well, that's why there should be someone there from, a loan executive, someone from staff, to answer questions like that. But we do want to try to present you with enough information that you have some basic ideas of what United Way is all about, so that if there's a general question that you feel comfortable answering, you can. So things like this, the Start Strong, Grow Strong, Stay Strong message, some of the material that's in the magazine that you have in front of you. Please take just a few minutes to look it over and see if it makes some sense to you, because you may get a general question that you feel comfortable answering, and we'd appreciate you doing that. But I don't want you to feel like, oh my gosh, I don't know the answer to that, and what am I supposed to do? It's not your job to be the expert on everything United Way. So don't get stressed about that. Answer what you feel comfortable answering, and do your best. If someone has a question, they can contact us, their company coordinator, the loan executive, any number of people to try to help give them more information. So we don't want anyone to feel too much pressure in that regard. The key messages we'll be promoting again this year. Live United. This is our third year really in the Live United branding. We have been sort of growing with that and adapting it every year. This year, one of the new aspects of it that you'll see a little bit more is a message that is, I don't just wear the shirt, I live it. And you've heard that on some radio spots, I'm sure, and seen it in some billboards. And we didn't really get too far into that last year, but we're going to do much more of it this year. And for example, you can see within the magazine toward the back, we have, this is Tim Kintner, president of Bankers Trust. I think that's it, yeah. Make sure I got the right bank. But he's also on our board, and he'll be next year's campaign chair. But we'll be promoting people throughout the community and things they do and how they live united. So we'll be continuing to support that and promote Live United. Of course, you'll be seeing a lot of things, everything that we can with Live United on it, from t-shirts to can koozies. And also, we have some window claims this year. I set them at your place. If you have a spot you think you can put that up in your office, in your car window, anywhere you want to help promote United Way, that would be great. And we'll be doing some more things this year that are a little different. Trying to get things like coffee sleeves into coffee shops during campaign kickoff week, so that people are reminded of the Live United message. And doing a variety of different things, as Mary mentioned, with the campaign kickoff. So from a marketing perspective, you'll see a lot of different things. We're redoing our website front page right now, and trying to get some more people involved in going and finding out information about United Way through the internet. And that website also has information about all your agencies. So we'll continue to promote what you do in that way as well. I want to show you the video. You can see that one of the things that we're doing a lot this year is focusing on education. Not in any way we think the detriment of any of the other things that we want to support or fund, but we're really showing a lot of material, and Katie Mulholland, for example, has been accepted our position of education champion, which basically means she's going to be out talking about things from an educational perspective that United Way is finding important and that the community thinks are important. So she'll be out doing things, and we'll be talking about education. One, because we think that that's something we have a fairly good handle on, that education and kids being ready for school is critical to so many other things in life. So we think we can tell a good story there, and also that we feel there are people in the community that are doing some great things, and we can share those messages as well. So if you hear more and see more this year in the campaign about education, know that it's just something we're trying to, again, get a little traction with. It's not something that we're saying education is the only thing that's important to us, but it is something that will be coming out a little bit more in our messaging this year than it has in the past. I don't really have a lot of other things to share other than to answer any questions you might have, and make sure that you feel comfortable. At any point, if you need materials that either the marketing department or anyone at United Way can provide, we'd be happy to help you in any way. Because when you're out and about, you're really part of our team, and we know that we want to support you any way we can. Any questions that anybody has? That was very simple. But again, thank you very much. We greatly appreciate your time and what you'll do for United Way in the community in the next several months. So thank you very much.